Hey guys, so we have a full face, but it's a little bit different. It's a little bit exciting because it's my first drugstore brand. This is my favorite drugstore brand. You can see from the title, it's Milani. I find their makeup the most like exciting. The problem with me is I buy so much mid to high-end makeup because it just excites me. The packaging, the weight of it, the way it looks. The marketing is always really nice because they have the budget for it, because obviously their products are expensive and the marketing costs go into the product costs. It doesn't mean the formula's any better, it just means that they had more money for packaging and marketing, and that's where the product money went. But Milani is one of those brands that actually excites me a lot of the time. I can get them on Beauty Bay, so if you're in the UK, you can get most of the stuff on Beauty Bay, which is really fun and convenient. And then in any other countries, I'm not sure. The prices in the UK are pretty much the same as like Physicians Formula. It's like drugstore, but a little bit on the higher end of drugstore, kind of like NYX as well, except this packaging is a tiny bit better than NYX. Still a little plasticky, still a little bulky, but a little bit more high end. And then I'm pretty sure some countries say that Milani and Physicians Formula is really expensive for them and it verges on like mid-tier makeup. So I don't know, it just depends where you are. But for me, Milani is just a really fun brand. I've tried a few things already, but not many. So this is pretty much just like, I'm going into it blind. I don't know what to expect. And I'm just excited. So let's just start with one of their new products, which is their Skin Quench Primer. It's a hydrating primer with hyaluronic acid and coconut water. New and improved formula, 50% more product. I do not need it. I wish I bought a smaller one. Let me just quickly put on SPF first and I'll be right back. Just a little bit of SPF, a little bit a lot, just because I don't want to burn my skin. We're starting to get a little bit more sunlight in the UK now. I'm just excited. This is the Glossier SPF. And I like using it because it's kind of got like that gel consistency and it's completely transparent. So also if you're a deeper skin tone, this one might be amazing for you. I heard Super Goop is also really good for deeper skin tones because it has that transparent gel-like consistency. But I know Super Goop is out of stock all the time. And this one is out of stock all the time as well. So I've stocked up on like 3 more. It's just the Invisible Shield Daily Sunscreen. However, this one is SPF 30. So if you want a 50, I think Super Goop is a 50. Remember your eyelids and under your eyes, that's very delicate skin and it's going to burn. Also, I always forget about this and then I regret my decisions greatly. Well, I've done this before and I regretted it, so I've remembered to do it since. I think I'm running out of SPF in this one. Is remember to put SPF on your ears, okay? Because when they burn, they really hurt and they crust up and it's just not fun. So cover all your bases, and if you do a middle part or a side part, put a little bit of SPF like right on that side part because it's going to burn. I've experienced that before as well. I've experienced any kind of sunburn considering my skin tone. Yeah, you just burn so easily. Anyway, now that we've got our SPF talk out of the way, my social media and my drama channel will be in the description along with anything else like these products, so on and so forth. Subscribe, hit that bell, like and comment for engagement, and you'll know when I post these kinds of videos, which I usually post every other day, but sometimes I run late or early or whatever it is that I do. Usually it's late, not early. So if you hit the bell, you'll know when that happens. Let's get into it. I've already taken everything out of the packaging. The only thing I don't like about drugstore is like the little foil they put around everything because it like cracks your nails when you're trying to get it off. I just wish they did cardboard packaging, but that's fine. I don't know how much to put of this, so I just put a tiny bit. I did like this much. I don't know. I bought this makeup so long ago that I forgot what I bought. It was like a surprise opening it today. I feel like because we've gotten into like springtime now, I've started using exclusively cream products and I got all powder products from Milani, so I was just less excited to try it, but I'll try it today. You know, I feel like the primer has soaked in. It's pretty quenching, but it's not like super like, you know, it's not like Hydro Grip. Like Milk Hydro Grip is like you feel the quench. This one's just like yeah, it moisturizes my skin. That's nice. Natural finish, enhanced with hyaluronic acid and coconut water, creamy lotion texture. Completely agree. Hydrating and blurring. Most of these things don't come with mirror. That's also another way to save money and save the planet because then you don't throw as much stuff away. So this is the only thing with the mirror is the Conceal and Perfect Shine Proof Powder. It's the only thing we have with a mirror because I'm guessing that's for touch-ups along the way. That's really smart actually. And see, this packaging is quite luxe. Like I feel like that's not like drugstore. It's a bit light. It's obviously lighter than high-end makeup, but the way it looks, I would say that's like a mid-tier brand. Okay, so we have this. I already tried this in a different video. It was like a first impressions video and I just got this because I saw it on Trend Mood, I think, and I was like, oh, that's really fun. It's supposed to be like blue light defense, digital blue light filter, And it's for like if you sit in front of the computer a lot and you know the blue light's supposed to like do stuff to your skin. I don't know, don't tell me. This is 130 warm linen and it's called Screen Queen. And I remember liking it. It's very thick. I forgot how thick it was. It's like it doesn't move. It's thick. Let me just apply a little bit on this side, a little bit on this side, and start blending. I'm going to use my Colourpop sponge and just go in. I didn't buy any tools from Milani. I never, for these full faces, buy tools because I feel like then I'd just be stuck with a bunch of brushes and sponges that I didn't ask for. This is like a very, it's like thick, but then when you blend it out, it blends out into like a medium coverage at most. Like I feel like sometimes it's like a light coverage if you do a very thin layer. The like thickness of it kind of deceives you because you think it's going to be super full coverage and it's not. Like you can still see a bunch of my redness peeking through, and that's just like you saw how much I applied basically. So that's the kind of coverage you're gonna get. I think the shade match is really good for me, and it's just a very natural looking foundation, but it is a little bit deceiving because you think it's gonna be full coverage and it's just not. But it's got a nice natural finish. It's not too like matte or too dewy. It's just like bang in the middle. Okay, this is just one layer and I'm gonna stick with that. I don't want to do any more. That's just kind of where I'm at. Then we have the concealer, which is the Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer. I hope it's not super dry. This is in 110 Nude Ivory, so it's 20 below warm linen. So this might be a little bit lighter, which I think is what I was going for. I forgot what shade I got in the foundation, so I was just really taking a wild guess here with the concealer. Yes, I could have gotten up from my bed and checked, but I didn't because I didn't think that through. I didn't think that far ahead. But I managed to get something a little bit lighter. So for my foundation, I like something a little more yellow toned, a little bit more warm toned, just so I don't look dead. But for my concealers, because they go under my eyes and they're supposed to neutralize some of that redness, I like to go for like a peachy toned. I don't know, that's just kind of what I do. And it seems to work for me, so I'm just going to go over all the spots that the foundation didn't cover. So I look really funny right now. I'm hoping it like fixes the rest of the face. I mean, it seems a little more full coverage than the foundation, I think. Or maybe it's just because I'm laying it on top of the foundation. It's probably not any more full coverage. It's just like double layered now. So it just seems a little more full coverage, but it blends out super well. It's not like patching up or anything. So that's really good. And it's not super matte or anything. I was worried it was going to be like super crackly and dry because it's long wearing and those tend to be crackly and dry, but it's not. See, that's kind of what it looks like. It's not dry at all. I actually really enjoy this. So this is what the base looks like. I think it looks really fresh and natural. I think this is a really good base for like summertime if you still want a little bit more of a full coverage than like a skin tint. I think this looks really nice. I look like I'm about to cry because I always stab the sponge into my eyes. I soak up all the water and then my eyes get really dry. Then we have two powders. I got two just in case. I didn't really know what I wanted. See, this is just quite, this kind of reminds me of MAC packaging. Like, it's obviously more affordable than MAC. I don't know. We have the Prep Set to Go Transparent Face Powder. And then we have the Shine Proof Powder Conceal and Perfect. It's the same line as the concealer. I don't know what I want to do. I'll use this under my eyes because I tend to do that with my powders. I tend to do like the ones with coverage under my eyes. So let me just do that. Oh yeah, that looks quite nice, I think. It's not like the best combination, but it looks fine. And let me just put it kind of here. Just kind of wherever I need the extra coverage. I put it like right in the center of my face. That's where I get a little bit of redness as well. Down on my chin. The rest of the face I'll do with the transparent one, just so we know what we're working with. So I'm going to do a big fluffy brush. Let me just apply that everywhere. Sometimes I feel like those, oh, that made me look a little bit Casper Ghosty in the camera. No, I think it's fine. Anyway. Because sometimes the like full coverage, well, sometimes the ones with coverage can make you look a little bit cake face because they just add coverage on top of coverage. So you're just kind of like, you know, sometimes it can just not look the best. So I like to have just one, like a loose powder or something on hand. Let me check that out. Let me see how that looks. I think it looks fine. It set my face. It looks still natural and nice. I'm not mad at the powders. I think the powders are nice. Then we get into really exciting stuff. So we have a bronzer from the Baked series. As you guys know, I already have my Destroyed Luminoso. This is the blush. It comes in the same packaging as this, just smaller, as you can see, like a smaller pan. I love this blush. I think the formula is amazing. It's like a baked blush formula. So instead of going for the pressed powder product, I decided to go for the baked products because I thought, maybe I'll like them more, right? I don't know. I hate this packaging. I like the way it looks. I think it looks stunning, but it's just like this. And in the packaging, you get that slot for the brush. Please stop doing that, Milani. We don't need it. We don't need it. We really don't. We all have brushes. We don't need it. This is in the shade 04 Glow Baked Bronzer. It was very difficult to pick a bronzer shade because they all looked identical on the website. So I have no idea what I picked, but I picked something. I think this looks really nice. Hold on, guys. It added glow. It added bronze. It made me look like I actually go out into the sunlight and I'm not just a vampire sitting at home. And it just is not like super pigmented from the get-go, so you can really build it up kind of as you please. Do you see how easily that blended out? Wait a minute. I think this is really nice. It's really glowy and it's got like pieces of shimmer going through it, so if you don't like that, avoid at all costs. They do have just regular matte ones on the website, like just pressed powder ones, but this one is really nice for the summertime. I'm just bronzing kind of everywhere. Tip of the nose and kind of like nose bridge. I always do this with bronzer because I feel like it just ties in the whole look together. Under the lip. And then I like to do the neck. But look at this bronzer. I think it blended out so beautifully and it just added like some of that shine back, but just without being overbearing. Anyway, I think it looks really nice. I think this is really nice. Anyway, let me go into my very much trusted Luminoso blush. This we know works because I love it. I love it every single time I use it. And then sometimes I go through phases where I don't use it and I come back to it and I'm like, wow, why did I ever stop using you? You're so good. Today's one of those days because I haven't used it in a really long time and it just looks stunning. Look at it. I like to blend blush into my bronzer. Just everywhere I put bronzer, I put blush. So that's why I'm putting it on my forehead as well, just to have that cohesive look. I mean, just look at this blush. It just looks so good. Every single time without fail. On my nose, kind of like off here. Then I like to just make sure I didn't drag the blush too low down. I just like to tap it out right here because I'm very happy with my blush. So I just like to go everywhere with it and then I just correct a little bit. There we go. But look at that glow that it gave me. It's a golden glow and I think it looks stunning. But now we also have a baked highlight. This one doesn't have the little compartment for the brush, and I think it makes a less click-clacky sound because this doesn't move around, and this feels more high-end than this. Hear that difference? Yeah. We don't need these brush compartments anymore. You can just sell a brush separately if you want to, put it into the packaging, but you don't have to. I think I just cracked the bronzer. Is that a crack that I created in there? That is a possibility considering how hard I was shaking it. We don't need this. We don't. The world has progressed past the need for these compartments. Rant over. This is in the shade 110 Dolce Perla. Actually, you know what? Hold on, that is quite shiny. Oh my god. And that just blended into the skin really beautifully. Like if you're looking for a subtle, not subtle, this isn't subtle, but it's like non-shimmery, it just looks like skin. This could be it for you guys. Hold on. I think we've done something here. I think we found some good products. These are probably going to make it into my favorites because I think it's really good. Like for the price point of these, I think they're just really good quality products. The packaging's a little bit bad, but you're justifying that because of the price tag, right? It's like more affordable because the packaging's bad. Well, no, because the packaging's less luxe, you get a lower price tag, but you still get a good formula. I think this is a really good highlight. Look at that. A beautiful glow from within. Milani is onto something here and I've been missing out on it. I have one of these palettes. These are the, I don't know, just this eyeshadow palette, they have a few different variations of this color set, like different color selections. This is 140 Rose Revenge, and it was the most pinky one, and I just got it because I thought it would be something I'd want to actually use. This is the color scheme. It's like a purpley pink. Some of these are, well, none of these are necessarily full-on mattes. They seem to have a tiny bit of sheen going through them. So this one's actually shimmery. This one's shimmery. This one. These three seem to be a satin, but like a basically a matte that's just more blendable. So this is one of the satins. It looks matte on the hand, but I think they've added the sheen in there to make it easier to blend, which I think is really smart. This shade here, and then deepen up with this one, and then I'll see where we go from there. Okay. Oh my god, these are really powdery. A lot of kick up. Look at that. Hold on. You see that? A lot of kick up. So just be careful. These are very, very soft. But I'm assuming that also adds to the blendability of them all. So, oh yeah, very blendable, very easy formula to like deal with. I think these are just going to be really good beginner friendly powders. These kind of remind me of like Anastasia Beverly Hills, but easier to use maybe for like beginners, because I've heard some people say that they've struggled to use the like old ABH formula because it was so pigmented and you picked up so much that it was like difficult to control. I feel like these might be like a slightly easier version of that. Oh yeah, you have to be really careful with these because you do end up picking quite a lot up, so just be wary. But I love this pink. It's like a rosy, pastel-y, mauvey shade. So I'm kind of enjoying this. But like a little bit goes a long way as well. I think it's like the satininess of it makes it move around really easily and just blend out super easily. Okay. But there is a lot of kick up on my palette. Like a lot. Basically kind of ABH kick up. So I'm used to it. It doesn't really bother me. And kick up never really bothers me. I just blow it away and it's fine. But like this is how much kick up you get from this one shade. It's like a lot on the pan and then some on the other pan. A lot less kick up. I don't know if it's just that shade, but this one had a lot less kick up, like basically none. It's none on the palette. Huh. So it's just like for the transition shade, that one maybe was just easier to make a little bit more loosely pressed. They're so easy to blend out. Like these are not the most pigmented eyeshadows I've ever tried. But I don't actually like super pigmented eyeshadows. I think they're super difficult to blend out. They look a little bit harsh if you don't blend them out properly. They're not everyday kind of formulas. And I think this is an everyday kind of a formula. This really reminds me of Anastasia Beverly Hills, like the original formula. And this is obviously so much more affordable. So you could say that this is like the modern Renaissance, I guess, palette. Like this is very similar tones. If you just wanted something kind of like pinky cranberry, this is kind of it, right? And the formula is so similar that you could really just not tell the difference. I just like to blend the edges with just like a clean brush, just so things get a little bit more clean, kind of closer to the edges, clean things up, edges. Okay, so then I'm gonna use, I'm gonna go in with a flat brush into this shade here, which is technically supposed to be the matte shade, but I think it's gonna look quite nice on the inner corner. And just put it on like a flat brush in a corner. I mean, okay, not the best. I'm just going to repeat that on the other side. One rule in makeup is if you mess something up, you have to mess it up on the other side as well. Because then you're not going to have an even look if you don't. So I just mess things up on both sides. I mean, that's a matte look. I kind of find it a little bit pointless. Like this look, this one right here. It doesn't really do much for me. I'm going to take this shimmery one here. You only really get 3 shimmers, but these are very deep. So I'm going to take this one on my finger. It's like a proper pressed powder. I think it looks really nice, actually. I think that's going to look stunning. And I'm going to put on my eye. I just don't really understand one thing about this palette is that this is like supposed to be a pinky purpley palette, but you only get super deepish shimmers, but you don't get any light pink shimmers. This one's a gold. Like, I just wish they did one, instead of this shade here, they did a pink shimmer to go with these. I don't know. I think that just would look a little more cohesive. Because this one is like a champagne-y gold. Not even a champagne-y pink. But it looks really good on the eyes, so I don't really care. I think the formula on this is really nice. It fell out a tiny bit, but what shimmers don't fall out if you want high pigment. Anyway, then I'm going to go into that same shimmer on the flat brush and just take it more into the inner corner. I can't do that anymore because I have longer nails again, so I just like dusting it everywhere. Very natural look. Then I'm just going to take this flat fluffy brush and I'm going to go into the pink and go under my eyes and just leave it at that. I don't want to make it any more smoky. That's perfect. Super natural, super satiny. The shimmers are a little bit obviously lackluster. I find that with a lot of lower end brands, but I think as a whole this palette creates this look and I just think it's stunning for the price point. Okay, I'm very excited about this. This is the Make It Last setting spray, and this kind of looks a little bit like the Charlotte Tilbury long lasting setting spray, and that one really makes my makeup last, and this one's huge. So I'm just wondering if this actually worked. I'd have a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. Oh my god, that's an aggressive mister. That is, okay. Mister on the Charlotte Tilbury, much better. This one's a little aggressive. It's fragranced, kind of like perfumey, but not bad. It didn't leave any droplets on my face, so that's fine. It's just very aggressive, and it doesn't do like a long mist, it does like a psh, so you have to like spray a lot of it. But it's soaking in super quickly, which makes me think it's going to do the long lasting thing, because a lot of those long wearing ones have a little bit of alcohol in them and they evaporate much quicker than the dewy ones, and this one's doing just that. But it like blended everything together, which I think looks really nice. If this actually elongates the wear of my makeup, I'm going to be very happy. I'm going to be one happy girl. I'm always just super excited about, like I said, high-end brands. They just really excite me as a collector of makeup. But this brand is really exciting me as well. My face looks so good. Everything's super blended. Everything's pretty and dewy and beautiful. I'm going to do my brows. I didn't get any brow pencils because I tend to just do brow gel unless I'm feeling fancy. So this one's the Stay Put Brow Shaping Gel in the shade Taupe, 01 Taupe. Oh, this is a huge brush. It's got like the shorter hairs and the longer hairs. It's kind of reminiscent of the Hourglass brow gel when it comes to brush, so the formula might be similar as well. You don't get a lot of product on the actual wand when you get it out, which is nice because sometimes you just gloop up your brows immediately and you have to wait for a brow gel to like dry before it functions properly. So I actually enjoy how dry this is, and this is what it did to my brows. So before and after, just I think this is really nice. I don't know why I sound like my nose is stuffed. Oh, I do. Allergy season is coming back. That's why. And I sound like I'm stuffy because I am. My eyes are going to start watering soon. I went on a walk yesterday with Phoebe into like a different park and my whole body was itching me and I was getting red. Can't believe I'm being beaten by pollen right now. That's just embarrassing, guys. Embarrassing. I have this mascara. It's Milani Dangerous Lengths. Some of them were out of stock. This is the only one I could find. Just curl my lashes. You know when you get like a perfect curl of your lashes and they all just fit in there and none of them are like crooked? Ugh, love that. This is the brush. It's fiber, but it's like unevenly spiky. From the get-go, I'd say this is a more natural mascara. Like it's not a lot of volume, it's more length, but not like spidery length, just natural length. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I don't know if that's making sense, but it's just like it doesn't make your lashes look fake. It just makes them look naturally long. Yeah, this doesn't even look like I'm wearing mascara. Look at that. So if you want like one of those, okay, so recently I said how I really enjoy the glossy lash stick and the Milk Kush mascara because they do this. So if you want a more affordable option than this Milani Dangerous Lengths, if you just do one layer, it looks exactly like the Kush mascara. You're welcome. Lower lashes. Yeah, this is really nice on the lower lashes as well. It's super natural. Just a really nice natural mascara. It's not going to do crazy things for you, but it works really well. And then I'm going to apply a second layer just to see how it looks with 2 layers. This is what it looks like with 2 layers, just a little bit more fluffy, but it never really sticks together or clumps together. It doesn't look very, like, thick. It just looks long and separated. There you go. I think that looks really, just really nice and really subtle. I think it just looks really good with the, like, natural vibe we're going for. Like, this, like, subtle, pinky, like, blushy eyeshadow and, like, this, like, glowy face. I think the mascara just looks really good with it. Then we have 2 lip products. I have the Bold Matte lipstick and it's in the shade 05 I Am Pretty, and I actually opened this shade today and I was so stunned. Like, it looks beautiful. Look at that. So good. And it's got like this Milani embossing on it, on the like actual tube. I think it looks really nice. I think this is a perfect nudie shade. So this is what it looks like on and blotted. It's matte, but it's like a very comfortable matte. I don't feel it on my lips at all. And then I have just this Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in the shade 01. There's no like actual name to it, but it's a very similar tone to the lipstick. So if you're looking for like a brownie nude, look at this lip. I think it looks so good. I didn't even use a lip liner. Oh, my nose is already running. Season's in full force. Like, I love the sunlight that comes out, and I like how like happy the world looks, but oh my god, the allergies just need to go away. Look how big this wand is. I love it. Okay. Oh, that is a lot of lip gloss. Okay, wipe it off. I feel like on top of the lipstick, maybe I just applied too much. I need to like wipe it off. It looks a little stringy and milky. Maybe this lip gloss is a little bit better on top of like in small amounts, or just on bare lips or lip liner rather than like actual lipstick, because it does that thing where it starts to separate the lipstick underneath. But right now it looks really nice. So yeah, this is really nice. I don't feel it plumping or anything just yet. As a whole, I see no fails. Every single product I used today, I would recommend to you guys. Primer is really just a nice, nourishing primer. If you need that, if you want it, get it. The foundation is a medium coverage, natural finish foundation. This is what it looks like. It didn't separate, it didn't do any of that on top of the primer. The concealer is really nice. Also like a medium to high coverage, not too full. Natural finish, didn't crease or anything or separate. It looks really beautiful. Bronzer, blush, highlight, stunning formula, blends out really easily, and it's super nice for spring and summertime if you don't like using cream products, because it still gives you that glowy finish. Setting spray, really nice, bit aggressive. I hope it keeps my makeup in place. Brow gel, really nice, really natural, not too goopy. Mascara, really natural, really nice, really fluffy, makes my eyelashes look really nice and like flirty. The eyeshadow palette, really nice for the price tag. This is what I got from it. If you just want like an everyday pinky look, this might be the palette for you. The powders, really nice. The face powders, forgot about those. Both the translucent and this one, really solid powders. And the lip products, I think the lipstick's really stunning. It's a beautiful brownie shade. The lip gloss you have to be careful with. It picks up quite a lot, so wipe it all off pretty much and then apply it on top of the lipstick and like tap it in, or just use it on its own. I'm starting to feel the plumping coming in. It's not very much, just a tiny bit, but I think it just looks really hydrating. So look at this face. This is all drugstore makeup. It looks really stunning. It looks really beautiful. You could not tell me that this doesn't look like high-end makeup, because it does. I just really enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want to comment down below, and subscribe to post videos every time I think of something to do. So hit that bell, be notified when that's happening. Social media links, any other links in description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.